Okay, let's go. We're just gonna jump straight into it, right? We're just gonna jump straight into it.
Curious for a moment, because I've heard this type of dialogue a lot, and it really angers me. Bad Bunny.
True.
On the left? You're gonna question me if I'm on the left? What have you done for left-wing causes? What have you done for leftism? What have you done to advance the rights of workers? What have you done to advance the rights of marginalized community that you were calling racial slurs just a year ago?
So, is Dylan wearing a lipstick? I have to ask. Oh gee. Why isn't it working? What's happening? I have to ask. Is it a hot take for me to say that Dylan is definitely more of a left-leaning person than Bad Bunny? Or Soul Bunny? Which bunny was it? So many bunnies.
You done to what have you gonna question? And it really angers me.
Bad Bunny.
On the
Wait, Bad Bunny again on Twitter? 8 hours. It's Bad Bunny again.
left? You're gonna question me if I'm on the left? What have you done for left-wing causes? What have you done for leftism? What have you done to advance the rights of workers?
Everything.
What have you done
I've done everything.
the rights of
Isn't that right?
community that you were calling racial slurs just a year ago? Where have you been on the front lines? Actually combating fascism.
True.
I know angers you, Bad Bunny. As much as I disagree with a lot of things that Destiny has done in the past, Destiny has done more for left-wing politics in the last 6 months than you will in the rest of your life, and that angers you deep inside.
Okay, I think that Dylan Burns.
Damn. What a burn, I guess, from Dylan Burns. I would like to believe that I will do more for leftist causes than Destiny, though. I guess it depends on how you look at it, right? The Ukraine thing is pretty big, in my opinion. No, Dylan is further left than her. I thought she stopped calling herself Bad Bunny. Well, apparently she's back to calling herself. This is an old video Kefals is pulling from. Okay, I get it. I understand. An old video. Forgot Kefal is going on his lore journey, so she's watching a bunch of old videos. Okay, that makes sense. We're still watching it, okay? We're still watching it because it looks very interesting. I'm not sure if I've ever seen this passionate speech before. This speech is great, but not as low tier God's was. Okay, let's continue. I've actually got a more modern Dylan video lined up right after this, because we are on a Dylan arc. If you're gonna get a talk with Dylan, thank you, fake Alec Carl Parker, then we are going to have to prepare by watching this video
Needs
first.
to be permanently banned from Twitch because
Wow, I look nice.
this definitely goes against the TOS.
While you're accusing everyone of being a fascist or not being on the left, you haven't been anywhere.
Bad Bunny.
The thing is, Twitch is covered by people like Bad Bunny. People who will say Yas Queen, clap their hands, react to YouTube videos, but they will not get the work done.
God fucking damn, Dylan went hard.
True. I don't disagree though. So, you know.
Let me just be clear. This person above, and if you're confused on how this is offensive to
She started calling herself Kira tries to avoid her bad reputation. Okay, so it was when she was still Bad Bunny.
people, I am a little bit as well. But to the person above, they never responded. They never commented. They didn't block me. They didn't hide the tweet. They didn't react to it whatsoever. And so it was a cute little joke I made towards my community. Some people have asked me like, well, like, what is your, do you know about this person?
Ouch.
I don't know who this person is. I just saw an opportunity to make a joke a little bit at Steven's expense, and I thought it'd be funny. That's all it was.
Who would not joke at Steven's expense? If you don't joke at Steven's expense, you don't really live, do you? Isn't that right, gigglers? English homophone moment. I mean, you kind of have to start defining what leftism means. True. True, Moho. So true. That is a very good point. We do need to start defining what leftism is and what it means to be on the left. True. Read the talk though. Zan is hotter than Dylan. I say this as a straight guy. I see. Zan is hotter? I see. I don't know. Have you considered that Dylan has talked to me at least once and Xander Hall has not? That is my response to that, I guess.
Really, if the joke's at anyone's expense, it's at Steven's.
True, as always.
Anyway, that was the joke. So, I feel like there's more I should explain here, but there really isn't. And so, I'm just gonna show the response that I got for whatever reason I got it. Who knows why?
From who? Kira chats?
A certain person by the name of
Bad Bunny
decided to respond in a very...
Also, I think Dylan and Keffels are maybe closer now since, you know, since Dylan read that disclaimer for the, what's his face? Yankee Tanky debate. I think I've mentioned that before, that Dylan read the disclaimer for the Yankee Tanky debate, which made me think that maybe they are sort of on pretty good standing with, you know, that they're on pretty good standing. Don't worry, I'll cover Zen once I get my next pay. My goodness.
Lovely manner. Now, if any of you don't know who Bad Bunny is, they are a streamer on the platform.
True. Dude,
who have said many things.
Of course she's locked in this.
This Kira chat still, this Bad Bunny / Kira chat still stream. Can anybody tell me that? Can anybody answer this question? If that person still streams anything? Or is it like a song, a swan song from like of the past? Is there a person that used to stream and does not anymore? I'm not sure if I ever get anything of Kira chats or Bad Bunny in the feed or anything at all. Dylan and Zan have very different kinds of hotness. I don't feel like their hotness is very comparable, but yes, that's true. That is absolutely true.
That's her entire MO. Be super fucking aggressive and inflammatory and then immediately lock her account.
Over the years, I won't expand more than that. Right? So, she says, what the fuck is this? And when I saw this tweet, I was like, Lamau. I was just like, okay, funny. I was like, okay. I got the reaction somewhat I was going for. Like, wait, Destiny's his pet? Oh, weird.
Wow.
That was it. But then, she follows it up.
Destiny petted
with this.
Dylan?
I normally don't like commenting on the action of Twitch streamers on
Jesus.
the left, but I've had it with the scene.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
Says Bad Bunny.
So I'll just call her N. I know Bad Bunny's very familiar with the letter N and words attached to it, so it should be not too difficult for her to understand. She's trans.
Yeah, it's really unrelated. Well, sort of related now. It's very disappointing. Nicotine, you know, despite us both supporting each other's charities, despite us both meeting at TwitchCon, because of this stupid clique in online streaming, she unfollowed me and disassociated from me.
Yeah, I remember.
Because
I remember Kefos mentioning this. Yeah. This is so silly. The whole clique thing. Like Bad Bunny, DJ Mule. Hello, Siri Vane. Hello. Pretty sure she just does Twitch, but I've never seen her stream. So yeah, I've never seen a stream of Bad Bunny either. Well, I've heard of Bad Bunny because of the infamous reputation of saying horrible racist stuff, but she also does a podcast with that cock and morally F bastard DJ Mule and Sophie from Wait, so DJ Mule still streams? DJ Mule still does that podcast? That is still a thing? Didn't DJ Mule quit or something and go to just didn't he quit? Is that podcast still a thing? Can somebody link me a new episode so we can take a little bit of a look? Red Planet? Oh god.
She's afraid of pissing off her friends. Not out of an actual dislike of me.
That is so, I don't know what to say, pathetic, I guess. Is it okay if I call it pathetic?
Number one.
Is it accurate for me?
It's not that serious. It really isn't. It's not serious to the point that you need to do this moral grandstanding. And I assume from like the dialogue that ensued afterwards that the problem is due to some of Destiny's comments in the past when it comes to maybe the I forget which.
Wait. This is the response from someone. Dylan's covering this last bit. I don't know what it says.
Destiny has had many comments in the past.
Were just because of this, because there was a wellness check on a suicide attempt he had.
Oh god.
Poor guy.
Issue specifically, but there's certain issues.
I remember when that happened. I think he was in an institute for a couple of days as well. DM'd your link, thank you. Okay, we're gonna take a look at this soon, okay? We're first gonna go through this, and then we're gonna take a little bit of a sneak peek into the whole Red Planet thing. It might warrant its own thing. Destiny has had every comment in the past, that's true. But yes, I still remember the Dylan suicide attempt situation, and then being in the mental ward, I think. Like, you have to keep in mind that, like, I guess this just shows how admirable Dylan is, right? Like, it's not like those things just magically go away. I'm pretty sure Dylan still has his ups and downs when it comes to mental health, right? And he still does the right thing, the brave thing of going to Ukraine to do journalism. You know? I think it's a Tanky LARP. The Red Planet thing, not Dylan. I'm just gonna clarify it because I said it in a sequence that might be a bit misleading. It's not a full-time content creator anymore. DJ Mule, that is. Dylan is still very much a full-time content creator while doing war journalism, you know? And even like risking his safety. He was shot at, you know? He was shelled. And his friend was in the hospital. You know? Like, Dylan sort of calls himself jokingly an amateur. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure if I would call Dylan an amateur anymore. I'd honestly just call him a professional at this point. You know, I don't think what he's doing is amateur work. I think it's very professional work. I don't think it's out of line to call him a war journalist full stop without adding the amateur stuff, like, you know? Oh, you're playing Demon Souls, neat. Yes. How do you like the setup? Well, like the video is on. How do you like it? I have to get some feedback for the new setup that we've done with Somniostatic. His work is far from amateur at this point. I agree. I agree completely. I mean, risking your life doesn't make you a professional, and it's like he works for an army. Yeah, but journalists, generally speaking, don't work for armies. He's a journalist. Dylan is not a soldier. He is a journalist. He is an independent journalist, right? And I think the journalist work that he does is quite professional. He gathers testimonies of witnesses, puts together very, very comprehensive and professional material. You know? Like, you don't have to work for an army to be a professional journalist. Like, journalists, like, generally speaking, don't work for armies. They either are independent or work for, well, publishers.
That they don't like that Steven said. I know that Bad Bunny has a lot of problems with Steven, and so me responding with a picture of Steven.
I've got my problems with Steven, but you know,
somebody that she sees as hostile to like progressive values, to left-wing values, to, and I would assume trans values or trans issues. Therefore, this is somehow like a jab at her. It wasn't. And it wasn't meant to go after her during her mental health day. It was meant to like make fun of the fact of like, Lamau, Destiny's my pet. That was the joke. Like, he's all over a little bit. Oh, look at the little scram getting in trouble on Twitter. That was the joke. It had no other insinuations whatsoever. So, let's first start with this.
With what?
Streamers on the left. And I'm going to be very serious for a moment.
Okay.
I've heard this type of dialogue a lot, and it really angers me. Bad Bunny, on the left.
True.
My introduction to left-wing politics was through working in the Maryland General Assembly. I then went on a presidential campaign for the late great Senator Mike Gravel as a state director. I then went to 1199 SEIU, a healthcare workers union.
I think that candidate was like exposed as a predator or something, right? But that's neither here nor there. That really does not, because I've seen people try to, if that is what is being talked about here, I've seen this used by people to try to sort of devalue what Dylan was doing, and I don't really think it devalues it at all. You know? I feel like being a professional, at least as journalism goes, comes with the quality of your journalism and not what you do it for. Yes, I agree. I don't know much war journalism, I guess. Well, you know, it's not a thing that is super talked about, to be fair. But yes, I agree. And I would argue that the level of Dylan's journalism is top notch.
To learn and study how to organize. I became a political consultant for 21st Century Democrats and tried to help the 21st District in Maryland connect with citizens.
That's great.
I'm on the environmental board of my city. I managed the first gay mayor of my city's mayoral campaign to a victory with over 70% of the vote in a 3-way race. I have organized on school board campaigns to national level campaigns, including Michaela Wilkes' run for Congress and State Senator Jill Carter when she ran to replace the late great Elijah Cummings. I advised them both on foreign policy and did my best to help them. Both win. Those are my credentials, Bad Bunny. Your credentials is watching videos on Twitch.
Well, if we'd get into Bad Bunny's actual credentials, then it might get ugly real quick. It might get quite ugly if we got to Bad Bunny's actual credentials. God, I feel so bad for Dylan, him mentioning that. Yeah, but you know, like, it doesn't really take away from his effort. I know. I'm sorry.
Acting to you.
I mean, he's angry here. No matter where I pause, it will not be a good pause, okay?
YouTube videos.
Talk
That's
that
your
shit.
left-wing credentials, Bad Bunny. Your left-wing credentials is being a reformed person from a year and a half ago. A year and a half
Bam.
ago, while you were saying
Ay, ay, ay.
and it was kind of hard to tell you apart from, like, a normal streamer, or if you were holding this. I was organizing with healthcare unions while you were learning not to say the N-word and call my people the F.
He's going so fucking hard.
Damn.
That's what I was doing when you were doing that. So you're gonna question me if I'm on the left? What have you done for left-wing causes? What have you done for
Damn.
What have you done to advance the rights of workers? What have you done to advance the rights of marginalized community that you were calling racial slurs just a year ago?
That's true.
What have you done, Bad Bunny?
That's a good
You haven't
question,
done
actually.
shit. What you do is sit in your chair all day and react to YouTube videos that explain the basic concepts of politics to you with your audience. And they all sit there, clap, and say, Yas, Queen. That's what you do. So don't question my credentials. When I've done more for left-wing politics and
I will not
year of
dispute
my
this.
life than you will for the rest of yours. The rest of your activism is going to be collecting Twitch primes. This thing I do online with Twitch, this is not my end goal. 2 weeks from now, I'm going to be joining another campaign because that's what I do for a living. And
Right. And now Dylan's in Ukraine, so, you know. Dylan's great.
I'm going to be managing that campaign to success. You know why it's going to be to success?
I have plans as well, but my plans are actually tied to the financial success of this. But I do have plans. Ambitious plans. Maybe, you know what? I'm actually gonna start working on the plans. See, I've been motivated to action. What plans are you brewing? I've mentioned it before. My plan is to form a shelter, sort of, in a way. A haven. Thank you, fake Alakal Parker. My plan is to make a haven for disenfranchised LGBT youth. Have I not mentioned this before? I've got a place and I want to sort of turn it into that. But I think that's an undertaking, so I'm going to have to plan it out. But yes, Basically, yes. Yes.
Because I managed it.
Sort of, yeah.
Because
Gay
no campaign
shelter.
I ever managed has ever lost.
Or a trans shelter.
You don't want to know what you're going to be doing? Collecting Twitch Primes. I dropped
Twitch
this
Primes.
in an instant if I had to for my
God
political
fucking
career.
damn.
You have made no sacrifices for leftism.
True.
You made no sacrifices for this. I was attacked by Proud Boys in DC. Where have you been on the front lines? Actually combating fascism. While you're accusing everyone of being a fascist or not being on the left. You haven't been anywhere. And the thing is, Twitch is covered by people like Bad Bunny. People who say, Yas Queen, clap their hands, react to YouTube videos, but they will not get the work done. I see people like Touring News who actually get out there and do work. They're few and far between. And you want to know something that I know angers you, Bad Bunny? As much as I disagree with a lot of things that Destiny has done in the past, Destiny has done more for left-wing politics in the last 6 months than you will in the rest of your life, and that angers you deep inside. That does. The fact that he had some part to play in the election.
Okay, I think that Dylan Burns needs to be permanently banned from Twitch because this is violence. This definitely goes against
Damn.
the US.
Of John.
Wait, does Dylan actually stream on Twitch anymore? Isn't he more on YouTube right now?
Ossoff and Raphael Warnock.
Is Dylan still on Twitch?
That pisses you off a little bit. And for you to degrade me as if I'm not on the left while you sit there high and mighty collecting Twitch Primes. Get the fuck out of here.
But I've seen Dylan's, like... Okay, I see. Okay, okay, I understand. That makes sense. I understand. Boom.
Dylan's being mean to me. You went after my suicide attempt for virtue signaling points on Twitter.
Ay, ay, ay.
I don't need to be nice to you. I do my best to be nice to everyone, even if I disagree with.
That's true. Yeah.
What? I don't.
That's true. Dylan is nice to people, like even when he. Yeah, that's true. That is absolutely true. That became even more true now, actually, than before. Dylan is an extremely patient person with people. That is absolutely true. Let me just beat those fools. A moment, sorry, Gigglers. We have to beat these fools. Okay, you done it.
Need to be nice to people who treat me like shit.
True.
And don't do shit.
True.
And you treat me like shit with posts like this, and you don't do shit.
That's true. Damn. What is your setup in Demon Souls? What do you mean setup in Demon? Well, I just started, so I have a scimitar, a dagger, default armor, and a shield. A ring that gets me more items, and a ring that makes my HP bigger when I'm a ghost. He's rewriting them.
Want attention? So in a way, what I'm doing here is giving you what you want, giving you that attention. And that's fine, because I wanted to say it. I wanted to get this off my chest. But I just want you to know that you have no place.
God fucking damn, Dylan went hard. There's part 2? Oh yeah, I'll watch it.
Oh my god.
Else's
Oh yeah, no, like she rebranded because of the baggage around her name.
True.
And she killed her SEO in the process, and it was really funny because it didn't help.
SEO?
In fact, it did the opposite. It Streisand affected her because like everyone now knows that Kira Chats is Bad Bunny. You look up Kira Chats.
What is SEO?
She gives you shit about her past.
Credentials on leftism. When we were out there working.
No, she didn't rebrand.
Wait, it all makes sense now. Remember that this screenshot from the DJ Mule hit on Zan? Okay. Okay, search engine optimization. What screenshot? From DJ Mule's video? Okay, I get it. Maybe we will play the original in the future as well if there's interest. I do have a PS3. I do have Demon's Souls on the PS3. So what about the screenshot? Okay, let me see it. Okay, I get it. Okay, I understand now. Thank you. Thanks, fake Alec Kyle Parker. I get it now.
Because of the rapper with the same name. In the video on her YouTube channel on the day she rebranded, she talked about how she rebranded because of the harassment. And let me be clear. The $5 a month stuff, she legitimately got harassed for that and it wasn't okay. However, she is a terrible human being.
True.
And she has done terrible, terrible things like what she did to Dylan, what she's doing to me, what she's done to countless people I know.
Doing to Keffels in the present tense? What's she doing to Keffels now? Can someone... Is it over the noodles thing? Don't tell me it's over the noodles thing. Please don't tell me that it's over the noodles thing. Please, please, please don't tell me that, like, the Bad Bunny person is harassing Keffels over noodles. Oh my god. This cannot be serious. Like, this cannot be a serious topic. Oh yeah, I have to tell you something. I told my mom about the noodles thing, right? I told my mom that that there's this creator called Keffels, and she was harassed by a certain group of people because someone asked, why would a white woman write a noodle cookbook? And that Keffels wrote, because noodles are delicious. And mom had to insert one of her jokes. Do you want to know my mom's joke? I mean, it is funny to me, but I don't know. Maybe it won't be funny to you, but if you're interested, I will tell you my mom's joke. Damn. I'm gonna wait and see if you wanna, and then I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the joke that my mom made today. My mom's specific humor. Because you might not know this. Well, you definitely don't know this, but my mom has a very specific type of humor. Like my mom said, well, maybe you can make that group like you by saying, you're right. Noodles are actually horrible. Man. I don't know. I find it funny. Tell them noodles are horrible. Maybe they'll like you. My goodness. I find it funny, okay? I don't know. I thought it was funny. Okay, we continue the video.
If she had a bigger platform, she would absolutely be a huge fucking bully. And I'm so glad that I was able to surpass her as a streamer in less than a year of taking it seriously.
True. I'm taking it seriously, and I'm still small. And it's okay. Listen, slow and steady wins the race. Isn't that right, Gigglers? We are growing. We're gonna be super big. We're like the turtle in the turtle and the bunny race. We're gonna be the turtle that's gonna just into the thing.
Left wingers elected and to do direct action. And I was working when you were doing this. I was busy at the University of Maryland making speeches on Soleimani and trying to defend local worker co-ops from going under.
Dylan is cool.
While you, which you busy.
Worker co-ops.
Well, I don't know about my position on the calling gays the F slur.
Jesus.
So, is it really your place to question my credentials?
No, it's
I
not.
don't think it is. I don't think it is. And as for you trying to weaponize your suicide attempt, which at worst you could call what I said a joke that didn't land, I think that shows your dedication to leftism. You want to know something, Bad Bunny? I remember, and I care deeply about foreign policy. You were talking a lot of stuff about Hamas that I deeply disagreed with. I deeply disagree with Hamas. I think they're a disgusting organization, and I disagree with the comments on the organization. But you know what? You were getting a lot of heat for comments like that. Maybe deservedly so. But what I did is I put that aside in my mind, and I went into your DMs, and I tried to offer you some kind of like, hey, are you doing okay? Because I know what it's like to be on the receiving end of that. I've had actual hit jobs from real journalists, not other people on Journal, real journalists for the Jerusalem Post say stuff about me that got a hate mob against me and threatened my work on campaigns. I've had that happen. Not comparable to what happened to you, but I've had that happen. And so I go to you in private and you're like, thank you so much. This is so lovely. But then when you have the one moment that you could have come, if you really disagree with this, you could have came in my DMs. Dylan, this is why I think this is problematic and I think you should take it down. And you want to know what? You probably could have convinced me to do it. Just so I could have had a cordial relationship with you, if nothing else. Just
That's
to
fair.
do it on good faith. But you didn't do that. You did this little public charade while digging up my suicide attempt from not even a... What?
Oh, God.
It's not even 2 months old. It's not even 2 months old. And you're digging it up to throw it at me. While claiming that I'm not the true leftist. I'm not the true left winger.
Right.
It's disgraceful.
Disgusting.
I
Yeah.
only thought you treated black bisexual men this way. What's up, man? What's up with this? That's crazy.
I'm pretty certain everybody here got the joke, right? I'm pretty sure everybody understand what this refers to, right? That's brutal, but I think it's deserved. Must have been said on stream. You couldn't pay me enough to look at one of her streams. True. Oh,
So-
Bad Bunny said all of the horrible things on
Let
her
me finish this
streams.
thought.
Yeah.
Somebody having a camera on this platform does not mean they're worth being listened to.
It's true.
Anyone can buy a camera and a mic. Anyone
True.
can have good quality and maybe throw a few jokes around. If Bad Bunny is going to go around doing this, accusing other peoples of abandoning leftism, while she does literally nothing to advance the movement and actually goes after real activists doing real work,
True. Yeah.
then I think maybe instead of reacting to political content, you should just go deeper into just chatting. And the deepest you ever get the politics should be maybe Jubilee videos. How about we stick with that, okay? And then when you deal with the Jubilee series of videos, then
Yeah.
maybe you can upgrade to a higher level, okay?
True.
Get the fuck
Actually.
out of here.
Dylan,
Go after my suicide attempt.
so fucking cool.
Dylan, you know, this is very mean and this is unpolite and this isn't the type of Dylan Burns I came to Twitch.tv to watch today. And you know what? That's going to be too bad for me because there is certain lines that I don't like being crossed and this is one of them.
True.
This is one of the lines. Digging this up for
Perfectly understandable.
points on Twitter. And you know what? When I called you out and asked you to just
Perfectly
not do
understandable.
that. Like, I don't appreciate it. This is the nicest way I could have put this. The nicest possible way. And I respond, it was just a joke, explaining. And you blocked me. Whatever. I understand that you don't like accountability. It's a word that doesn't translate in your head.
True.
Fine.
Man.
But what I've learned from this
Is
is that I'm not messing with these pseudo activists.
true.
These people going around telling people doing real work how they should and should not behave.
Right.
If I'm gonna listen to somebody from now on, I'm gonna listen to the people when it comes to criticisms of what I do or criticism of my content from people who are actually out here doing stuff. From people who actually know what they're talking about.
That's fair.
Not people outrage marketing on someone else's behalf and using my suicide attempt to do it.
Right. Yeah. That's the worst of it, I think.
So fuck off. Okay?
True.
That was god damn.
I mean, that's
I'm speechless. Honestly. I think that might have been like one of the most like passionate rants I've seen on a live stream. It made me think about how much I hate this kind of behavior on like this progressive side,
progressive, quote unquote.
streaming and content creation, because
Progressive.
of how much this happens. And I'm happy he called it out.
Oh,
She's a
God.
piece of shit.
That was horrible.
And it also
I don't know. To me, this is pseudo progressivism. I don't even agree if I would call it progressivism, to be quite honest. Am I being unfair? Would you call it progressivism? I wouldn't.
made me really mad about
This is regressivism, to be quite honest.
Because why does this keep happening? Why is it that people who are supposedly on the left and progressive, like, why is it that mental health issues, suicide attempts, all of this sort of shit, why is this okay as a gotcha and a way to attack people?
This is regressivism.
Yeah, I mean, someone.
I think we should, like,
okay ever,
I
but
think we should just coin the term regressivism when it comes to these people. Because they're deeply regressive. Yeah. Not progressive, they're regressives. I bet I'm the first person to coin this term. Okay? It's a Lucyism. And henceforth, anybody that uses it, I will say that they binge my content or something. Oh. I'm gonna be like, I created the term regressivism. I'm the one. I am the one who knocks. It's not even close to progressivism. They aren't actually progressive. They just use it as shield to their abusive behavior. Yes, hence I use the term regressivism, you know? From regress, like the opposite of progress, right? Is regress. Oh, crap. Yes, Lucy has the original term, regressivism. I don't know, I think it's accurate. Yeah, just her friends and her suckers don't even care about politics. To them, it's just a club. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
but it keeps happening, and people.
It does.
And empathy just shuts off in people's brains, even though God knows you want that empathy when you're in that difficult situation.
Yes.
Thank you all so much for watching. I'd love to
Yes.
hear your thoughts on the topics.
Thank you all for watching this. Lucy has a reaction to Keffel's reacting to an old video. If you really love what I'm doing, if you're a really big Lucy Hazard Ducky fan, then you know you should consider hitting the bell, hitting the subscribe button, maybe giving me a donation or two. There are a lot of things that I'm about to line up. I'm a Lucy stan, thank you.